Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is August 1st, 2018. It is Wednesday, and so we are done with July. We had some more rain today, so it's, let me show you the clouds real quick. And not sure if might get some more rain yet, but and there's Miss Heather. Heather, say hello to everybody. Hi. All right. So anyway, I want to talk about this real quick first today. Apple cider vinegar. Okay, so what are one of the awesome uses for apple cider vinegar? We're going to talk about one thing today and one thing only. As you get older, now this is just for you younger people, I want you to look forward to this, okay? Because these are the cool things that happen as you get older. One of the cool things that happens as you get older, you get skin tags, which means you get little pieces of skin that will grow in weird spots on your body that are attached to your body, and you're looking at these things going, why is that there? So obviously they're not fun to have, so you want to get rid of them. Okay, so one of the ways to get rid of a skin tag is apple cider vinegar. And how do you do that? Basically, where your skin tag is, I'm going to show you, I have a skin tag that I have been working on, and I'm going to show you the results so far, and it's basically less than a week so far that I've been doing this. But you get these little skin growths that'll grow out like that long off your body, and they're nasty, ugly things. But so what you do is you take a Q-tip, you dip it in that apple cider vinegar, and you rub it around that entire area, circle area around your skin tag. So here I'm going to show you right there, if you can see that on my skin. Now the tip of that now is black, as you can see. I hope you can see that okay. Never mind my underarm hair, guys, but the tip of that is now black. It was very nice little pink circle, and so it's definitely shriveling up, as you can see. And I've been doing it. You do it probably 4 or 5 times a day. Just take that Q-tip, circle around that area with the apple cider vinegar, and it dries it up for whatever reason. Why? I have no idea, guys. I just know it works. Okay. So if you have a skin tag, wherever it is on your body, that is the very best way to get rid of that skin tag without, because I'll tell you what, I was almost at a point of taking a pair of scissors and going, because I really don't like it. It's just like in a worse spot, and it was annoying. So I said, all right, let me use the apple cider vinegar, and so there's another nice thing to have. It's a vanity thing, to be honest with you. But it's a nice way to deal with something cosmetic that you don't want, is to use that apple cider vinegar, and that's going to take care of that skin tag. So just a little tip that'll hopefully help you. Some of the other cool things, let me talk a couple of other cool things that happen as you get older, okay? Now obviously, guys that have been watching my channel, I shave my head, okay? But I'm thinned out through here. But the rest of the hair still grows. I just chose to start shaving my head, and I've been doing it probably 17 years now, something like that. The babies, my twins, were really, really little. And so that's when I got going with shaving my head, and they've never really known me with hair. I show them pictures. We were going through pictures, like I think I mentioned it in another video, going through pictures the other day, and Eddie and I look exactly the same at that age. Physically, he's a string bean, and I was the same way. I mean, I graduated high school at 142 pounds, so at 6 foot tall. So I was very slight, and during basic training, joining the Army, most people lose weight. I put on 7 pounds. So I got done with basic, I was up to a whopping 149. So it was pretty wild. But anyway, so one of the things is that hair stops growing through here, and then it grows in awesome places like your ears, around the outside of your ears, all through here and this part of your ear. It's fantastic. So just some really cool things to look forward to as you get older. Just, for those of you that are younger watching the channel, it's really good times. So I take tweezers or a razor, and I shave all that out of my ears because I really can't stand that. And then your eyebrows kind of go crazy too a little bit. So you can, trim down your eyebrows. The guys that have the eyebrows that look like there's a caterpillar on them, that would drive me out of my mind. So anyway, I want to talk about real quick, yesterday's video. Here's something that I find interesting. When I do a video like yesterday's video that makes people really uncomfortable and think about a topic or a subject that they really don't want to talk about or hear about or think about, then, like I had one lady said, have you ever thought about therapy? Or is there something wrong with you? So whatever you talk about a subject that makes people uncomfortable, then they become very defensive. And I find that very interesting. And so, that was kind of an interesting thing. And here's the other thing that I find interesting too. I noticed, like, when I did the video on South Africa and the whole stolen land stuff like that, I'm getting a lot of these people, and I don't know, we're climbing out of the woodwork, but they're calling white people Edomites. We're like the terrible people of the earth, and oh my God, you are the Edomites, and this group of people think that they're the descendants of Israel. And he starts throwing out all these freaking Bible verses and passages, and how, we're going to be coming down and there's a judgment coming on. And it's only on white people. It's not like anybody else has ever conquered anybody in the history of mankind and taken over their areas. But, let's just blame it on freaking white folks. But I find those people very, very interesting as well. So it's different. I just kind of laugh at it because it's like, here's the thing, guys. I can take and give you 4 different people, and they're going to give you 4 different interpretations of the same Bible verse and explain to you why it's that way in the Bible. I'm going to give you a really good example. When I was in North Carolina and I was in the Army, and there was a lot of tension between whites and blacks and stuff like that back then, and I'm sure there still is. I mean, it's during the day everybody worked together. At the end of the day, the whites went this way, the blacks went that way. And I told a story about a buddy of mine, Dennis Roll, who was a black dude, and what happened with that situation in a previous video, and how the blacks went to him and said, if you hang out with this white guy, we're going to cut you off. And so he had to make a decision. But anyway, one of the white guys says to me, hey Ed, he says, listen, call this number. It's interesting. He goes, you're going to get a kick out of it. Well, at that time, the head of the Ku Klux Klan down in North Carolina was an ex-first sergeant out of the Army. And so they gave me this number, and I called this number, and it basically, they were using Bible verses to explain how, like, blacks are animals, calling them beasts in the field and all this kind of nonsense. And I was just like, really? People believe that? And it's like, for me, it's like, anybody can take the Bible and interpret it to whatever way they want to justify their cause or their thinking or their way of or their beliefs. So these people who were calling themselves the real Israelites, and they were saying that, I think the main theme was they were saying that they had come into Africa, and that the blacks captured them and sold them into slavery, and they're the true Israelites. And I'm like, whatever, let's go for a little bit more of a reach, okay? I think that the blacks in Africa that sold people into slavery sold their enemies into slavery from different tribes. Good babies, good listening. But, it's just some of the things that I see a lot and I have to deal with, and I'm just like, with some of these people, I'm just like, wow, this is really... people are really reaching, to justify their thinking and their beliefs and stuff like that. So that's kind of an interesting thing too. But like I said, when I bring up a difficult topic or a difficult subject, and it makes people uncomfortable and they don't know what to think, people get defensive. Okay, and so it's very, very interesting. But here's the thing: is the biggest thing is we need to treat each other decently, regardless of that skin color that we have, and so it's an interesting world. That's all I know. It's definitely an interesting world. But anyway, guys, oh, actually, here's the pups are heading up into the woods up here now. They are doing freaking awesome, just so you know. They are really, really good dogs. They're fantastic. They really, truly are. They listen really, really well now. They're only 4 months old. They just turned 4 months old on the 27th of July. So, I mean, they're babies. So, but they really know, like we don't want them out by the road, so you know, we call them and they come right back. So they're really doing well. Anyway, just thought I'd share that information with you today. Tell me what you think. Is there other cures that you guys know of for skin tags? What do you use? What works for you guys? Okay, definitely want the feedback. It's just a tip that I know that works, and so I thought I would share it with you. And I'm basically showing you that it's working on me. So, but anyhow, remember guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember STD. You know, it's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. It really, truly is. Nobody else can do that. Oh, I did want to bring up one more thing, too. We are not going to encapsulate the camper in a greenhouse for a lot of the reasons that people talked about in the comments, so I appreciate the feedback. A lot of times, an idea comes or somebody suggests something, and I think, wow, that would be really cool. And then other people give reasons why that's not a good idea, and so I really do appreciate that, and so thank you. So we're not going to encapsulate the camper in a greenhouse because for all the reasons with condensation, the propane, and I don't want mom dying of carbon monoxide poisoning. That would be really bad. I would not like that. So anyhow, but yeah, she's planning on being up here full time. I asked her already. I said, are you prepared to be staying in the camper in the winter? And she's like, yeah, I want to stay in the camper this winter. So we will winterize the camper as much as possible and get that ready for her. She will have the heat for the propane. We'll probably look and see if we can't do some kind of little wood stove in there for her or something. We'll have to figure all that out. But we'll work on those things. And, you know, we'll get it all squared away, and hopefully she can be cozy and comfortable. So anyway, guys, I will talk to you all tomorrow. I hope everybody's doing well. Just so you know, too, my arm is doing better. Today's actually felt really good. I'm not really having the pain with, like I said, the movements like I was before. So I figure I got a couple more days of taking it easy on it. I'm thinking probably by Monday I should be able to get back, finish this wood up, and get that project done, and then move on to something else. I really just don't want to re-injure myself too quickly. So I'm going to give it the time that it needs to heal. So that's it. So I will talk to you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now. Say goodbye, Heather.